Guys, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. So let's take that analysis on the pound dollar, BTCUSD, and of course XAUUSD for today. Of course, today is the 28th of November 2025. Okay, let's just start with pound dollar as usual. And of course, pound dollar, we are currently still in a trade which we took yesterday. And as you can see, I did what it took yesterday. And currently, the market is still running, so we are still going to let that market run, either to our stop loss or then wait for it to get to our target. Now, why are we doing that? Because currently our zone is being valid and respected. So you can see here it's still being validated around here because this was the recent high where we marked yesterday, and I expect the market to currently have a test and we enter the market somewhere around around here. We enter the market here, somewhere around here, and of course, now I see in the market. Well, yesterday the market has been moving in the range market, and we still want to see what happens to the market when it gets to this zone right here. So that's what we still be waiting for. So far, we don't have any extra trade money on pound dollar. So let's see what's gonna happen still today. Now going back to the H4, you can see the market. It seems to still be breaking recent lows and giving us new highs. As you can see right here was a major zone we do yesterday, and here's a break, and you can see a retest. And of course, looking at the candlestick formation, you can see the candlestick momentum isn't really that much given around here. You can see this bullish engulfing of this bullish candle fully bullish. Why is it fully bullish? You can see that the rejection on this zone was actually very high, and you can see the retest back to that zone is giving us signs that the candlestick are not really that bearish. So that means we still have more of bullish presence around that zone. But then you can see market still getting back to that zone. So let's see what happens when it gets to that zone. If it gets rejected, then that means we'll be out of this market. And of course, we'll be waiting for a break of internal structures for the market to go back to this zone right here, which is where we'll be respecting. So that means for today, on this, we are still going to be waiting. And since we're already in 3 days, if it's really 3 days today, then we could just have to wait for the market to see what the market does today. Otherwise, if we haven't, then I just suggest just wait for the market's reaction around this zone. If it happens that the market gets ejected around this zone again, then you can see about going long on it. If the market should break into this zone, then you wait for internal break of structures. That's the market giving you a sign of probably a bearish trend, getting back a series of lower highs and breaking below this and retesting this. They can think of going short on that to this next zone right here. So that's what you'll be looking for inside this zone. But till then, let's see what happens next. So overall time on pound dollar, I'm still overall time bullish for today's trade. So that's for the pound dollar. So let's go to the next one, which is going to be the BTC USD. So on BTC USD, we seem to see a good bullish movement yesterday, where the market seems to be breaking a series of lows and making new highs. And then today, what are we expecting? You can see this zone where we do yesterday is currently still valid. So we are still going to be waiting for it to see the reaction of the market to that zone. Now here is the recent low where we do, and of course, let me just clear this so the chart doesn't look too okay. Let me clear. I think it's a bit clearer now. Good. So what you're expecting now is not a breakout above this zone for us to tell that the market is ready to continue in the bullish side of the market. Otherwise, if that does not happen, if it should see it maybe break below this, they can target the market on this zone. But remember, this is the H4 and this is a day trade analysis. So let's go back to the 15-minute chart. This is going to be our entry time frame. Now, going to the entry time frame, what I just explained on the H4 is that I'm waiting for the market to currently break above this, where you can see the market moving something like a ranging market around this zone right here. You can see the market moving in the range around this zone. So this, like the market moving in the range around this zone, seems to break above this zone, but then you just have to wait for the market to break out of this zone, breaking this level, and of course you can have a retest. Remember, it mustn't go above where I do. It can actually be a zone. Let's reduce this side to be a little bit clearer. So a breakout above this, a retest, they can think of going long. But let me still take it to the H4 so you can see where I got that zone from. So let me zoom it out for you to see it clearly. So here is where I got the zone. For let's go to H1, I think it's clearer there. I'm trying to show you where I got that zone from. So here is where I got the zone from. So that means a breakout above this and a retest. But let's just move it out here. So that means since it is standard from here to here, it's actually good right now. So that means still going to be waiting for a breakout above this zone right here where we just marked. Then we can think of targeting this next zone. Now let's go back to the H for the 15 minutes to make it clear. So a breakout above this, a retest of this, then we target this next zone. I repeat, a breakout above this current range right here, a breakout, then we target this, or a breakout below this, a retest, then we target this. So let's go to the final one, which is going to be gold for today. Now on gold, we actually took a loss on gold yesterday, and that's because gold seems to be moving, let's say sideways, and at the same time as giving signs of bullish momentum. But overall, you can see the gold is currently still on sideways, and I think that's where the loss yesterday actually came in from. Now, what happened yesterday? Let me explain that. You can see the tip actually took yesterday. I think the tip was somewhere around here. Somewhere around here. Then we expect the market to actually have a minor retracement back to the zone, then get rejected. But unfortunately, it broke below our zone, getting our stop loss, and of course, after taking us that, still continuing in the downtrend before finally going back to the bearish to the bullish side of the market. They can see the market after here. We had this major spike up, then we had a major spike down again. So for now, just say let's avoid good for today. So I would suggest avoiding good for today, since the market seems not to be settled at the moment. But then, if you really want to trade, you can still wait for time because structure. But for me, I won't be doing anything on gold today because currently, gold is not really giving a nice, let's say, a nice trend for us to maybe analyze or look at based on what really happened around the previous H4 close of the candle. So we just have to wait for the market to give us what's going to happen after this zone here gets broken, or after this zone gets broken. So it's not like the market is still around here. You just have to watch to see what happens. You can have a major internal break of structure. Then you can think of going long on gold once again. But otherwise, you just have to wait for a breakout here or a breakout here, which is what I will be doing. That said, that's going to be the analysis for today, being the 28th of November 2025. Of course, please do have a profitable day trade ahead, and of course, see you soon in the next analysis, or better still, in the next trade alerts.